Hey everybody, Matthew Movies just put out a video of his 10 of top 10 zombie movies, and he's got a good list. I think everybody should go ahead and check him out. Matthew Movies top 10 zombie list. I have one little problem with that list, and that's that he included freaking 28 Days Later, which is not a zombie film, but we'll get into that later. I'm gonna go ahead and do my own top 10 zombie list, and I tend to have a few old school titles in here, like really old school. So and that's what I'm gonna start out with. Let's see, my number 10, Tombs of the Blind Dead, which actually there's four films that were made in this. What would you call it? Not a trilogy, but a quadrilogy, whatever. So we got Tombs of Blind Dead, Return of the Evil Dead, and even though it's called Evil Dead, it was way before the Evil Dead came out, so this is still a Blind Dead. Uh, the Blind Dead number 3, aka Horror of the Zombies, and Night of the Seagulls. All four of them, and these are Spanish films made in the late 60s, early 70s. And I love the aesthetics of the zombies because the zombies are basically just skeletons on horseback, which is actually at the time that they made it, the effects are phenomenal. And I know these are skeletons instead of zombies, but if you're gonna put friggin' human beings, not zombies, that have a rage virus in them, then I can put skeletons in them. That's the way I feel about it. So, number 9, Zombieland. Primarily for one line. It's a good movie, but this one line put it into the top 10, and this when Woody Harrelson says, "I hate coconut, not the taste, mind you, but the consistency." Because that's the same way I feel about it. Coconut tastes good, but when you chew it, oh god. Number 8, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. This is a British 70s zombie film, and basically the title says it all. I mean, these kids that go out there and much like in the Evil Dead, not the old Return of the Evil Dead, but like the new Evil Dead series. It's oh, excuse me. God, man. Sorry about that. But anyways, it's these kids that go in there and start messing around and release the zombie apocalypse on England. This is a British film. I don't know if I said that. I had to sneeze and that just everything that I said just knocked it out of my mind. Anyways, children shouldn't play with dead things. I don't know what else I said about it, so I'm not ending it right now. Number 7, Return of the Living Dead. Uh, Linnea Quigley, obviously. Number 6, Dead Snow. Uh, More of a comedic uh, spin on it, and I have to admit, the trailers for it I thought were way better than the movie because the trailers had like these hot air balloons and the zombies are like falling out of the hair hot air balloons, and it looked way crazier than anything in the actual movie. That said and done, the movie was superb. It is more of a comedic one, but it's still very gross, very bloody. What I have here. Number 5, Shaun of the Dead. Uh, it's a modern day classic. Why not to say anything else about that? 4, and this is another Get Back vote for me on your damn. This is Zombievers. Zombievers. Zombie Beavers. Which are actually more zombie. Even though they are beavers, they are actual zombie beavers. So they're more zombie than whatever that was in 28 Days Later. Number 3, Zombie 2. I love this movie. It's an actual sequel to Night of the Living Dead, just made by a totally different director in Italy. And it's still a good. It still gets. It has some of the best. It's in case you don't know. It's like that old '70s movie. Where have you heard of it about the zombie that actually takes a bite of a shark? And it has this one woman that the zombie like grabs her by the back of the neck and starts pushing her head, and her eyes like getting closer and closer to this giant spike. It's not a spike, but it's like a Godzilla-sized splinter, I suppose. It's a great movie. You gotta go watch it. Number 2, which is used to be my number 1, and it's George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Horror and comedy shake hands and embrace and French kiss and just make a phenomenal movie. Worth it just for the bikers throwing pies in the faces of all these dead walking zombies. It's best thing in the whole movie. And the number 1, and this is a fairly new addition, is Train to Busan. South Korean. If zombies ever do take over and they kill us all off, and the world is populated by nothing but zombies, South Korean zombies will take over, because South Korean zombies kick ass. I don't give a shit what American zombies you see, or what European zombies you see, or African zombies, or Australian zombies, or blah blah blah. I don't care. South Korean zombies will kick their asses. These are the baddest motherfucking zombies on the planet. I, for one, am glad I don't live in South Korea. Because once they come, I won't have a chance with them. None of us will. Anyways, that's my list. Top 10. I know he thinks that 28 Days Later guys are zombies. Don't blame him. He's to each his own, right? But Matthew movies, go check them out. Bye.